Greench the troll, lord of swamp and fen, chased new pants for weeks on end. Through swamp and muck he searched in vain. Every gator slain drove him more insane. One day he snapped, standing in the muck. "No pants for me? I don't give a fuck." He then hurled his gator meat into the fen and vowed to never hunt them again. Then into Guck he made his way, where froglocks, crocs, and spiders play. He stormed the halls, claw in his hand, a pantsless beast, but bold and grand. All right, here we are back at it with Greench and Greench's Warder Max. We are right outside of Upper Guck, where we left off. We had made level 15, which you should see at the beginning of this video. We're going to go from here. So at level 15, we get some cool stuff. We are going to head back to Grobb because we got some new spells at level 15. The best of which is we get a new pet spell, so we get an upgraded max. We also get a new pet heal, which is going to be helpful. It looks like it heals, I think we were healing 30 hit points before, and let me look. I think it was 30. Yeah, 28 to 33, and this one bumps us up to 85 to 100, so it's going to be quite the upgrade on the heal spell for keeping max up and running. And the cool part is we also get a buff for max, the Spirit of Lightning, which adds a proc attack that he can do, which is gonna be cool. So we're gonna see a lot of that as we go forward. So we're gonna see a lot of that as we go forward with the Beastlord. We're gonna see that we get more proc spells and better things for our pet. In this case, Max will do, it looks like it hits for 62-ish, and we'll look at what it actually hits for in-game. I'm just looking at the spell description over here on the PQDI. So we'll want to pick that up. And that will set us up really well with Max for pushing a little further. And then we're also going to maybe pick up a couple other spells. Looking at the list here, there's some interesting ones. So there's Blast of Frost, which is just a direct damage spell that I could cast. There is Sicken, which is our first damage over time spell, which should be cool. And there's a couple of buffs, but I'm not sure they're going to be worth it at this point. I think mostly we're going to want to pump up Max with just his buff. But I might grab them. So there's Strengthen, which is a little more strength buff. There is Bleeding Fury, which is a short-term quick buff, and I think I'm going to pass on that one for now. I think it will just chew through my mana too much if I try to keep up with Bleeding Fury going all the time during combat. That's just going to chew through mana, and I'll just have a lot of downtime. Scale Skin, which lets you do an AC buff. So I'll try to pick up all those. If they're on the vendors in here, which they should be, I'll grab several new spells, and we'll get what we have memorized here for spells rearranged, and we will get back out here with Max and his new, the new stronger version of Max. And then our plan is going to be head right back into Upper Guck. I did a few levels there, pretty much just killing the same 2 or 3 crocodiles, which we'll look at when we go back in there. I think I showed them in the last video, the end of the last video. But we are going to try to move on to spiders today, or kind of go around a different way in there and look at what we have available for froglocks that are of an appropriate level to kill at 15. A little bit of exploration, a little bit of experimentation, and we'll find a decent camp. We'll make our way in here to the spell vendors. All right, here we are. Here are the vendors. So we're looking for Spirit of Khalees. The Sharik is the one we have. All right, but Keshuval's Rejuvenation, that's the new heal spell for Max. We'll buy that. Spirit of Keshuval. That's our next pet at 22, it looks like. I don't think it tells me. Yeah, I level needed 22. Heracle's Soothing. Spirit of Heracle. Okay, well, we want the Spirit of Khalees. Did I pass over it? Nope, it's all Sharik. Ashek. There it is. Spirit of Khalees. Now, this should be the one that says 15. And it is, so we'll grab that. We have the heal. We have the Spirit of Khalees. And then we want spell Spirit of Lightning. I don't think it's... Oh, it is on this guy. Okay, Spirit of Lightning. That should show level 15. It does. And then what I want to look for, I think, are Strengthen, Sicken, and Scale Skin. This guy looks like he has mostly just the pet stuff, so I'm going to guess he doesn't have... Yeah, he has all the different pet buffs. But he's not carrying the other spells we need. Strengthen, there's Strengthen, so we'll buy that. Should show that I can use it at 15. Beastlord 15. Flame. There's Cure Poison also. I just don't know how much we're going to need that right now, so I'll leave it for now, and if needed, we'll come back. So I could grab Cure Poison. It's only 1 gold. I'll just buy it. I do still have all that good money from looting the dead guards the other day, or at the beginning. And then the other day when I was leveling up and came here to clear out some inventory, there was someone killing guards again, and I got like another 20 plat off of just random looting. So that hasn't been a problem. So there's Fleeting Fury. I'm just going to pass on that for now. I don't think I'm going to use it. Here's Scale Skin. He's 15. And Sicken is the other one I'm looking for. Let's see if we can find Sicken. Oh, Spirit of Wolf, I wish. Beast 30. We got a ways to go. We're going to get there. These look like all buffs, and I need axe spells, I guess? Alright, let me take a look at the old PQDI and see where Sicken can be found. Ah, okay. Checked it out on the PQDI. It looks like Sickened I need to get out in the Innothule swamp from that vendor that's up on top of the hand. Where we made a stand up there for a little while fighting the kobolds that were pathing through, but had to escape there eventually. We'll make a run by there on our way to back to Upper Guck. We'll pick up Sicken. For now, we have some new spells. So let's burn our way. I say burn. It's not going to be fast. Our way through memorizing these spells. Alright, we've got all of our new spells in the spell book. Here are our level 15 spells and memorized. Let's rearrange our keys here a little bit. So I try to keep them in a little bit of the same order. So our pet heal is still on 3. I'm going to put Spirit of Lightning here onto 6. And I'm going to want my own heal. So one more quick. I'm going to rememorize minor healing, and I'll put it at the bottom. I'll put it at the bottom here and just... Oops. I totally interrupted it. I'll put it at the bottom here and just keep my heal on 8, which I'll put on my 4 key, which is what I've been using before, so I don't confuse myself and end up dying because I forget how to heal myself. Okay, here we are. We have all of our new spells in the spellbook here on the right-hand side, and we have memorized all of our new spells. I did keep minor healing for my own personal heal, rearrange my hotkeys down here so my pet heal is still on 3, my self-heal is on 4, this is my minor healing. And then I put the Spirit of Lightning on 6. I don't know how often I'll need to recast Spirit of Lightning, but we will learn. So I haven't summoned the new warder yet. I'm going to say goodbye to this version of Max. Max, you'll be back soon. Send him away, and let's summon in our new guy. There he is. Looks pretty much the same, maybe slightly larger. Hard to tell. Good looking fella. Now he's yellow to us, which is great. We have this is that step where we're bumping up in power again for a few levels, and then it'll start to fade. So right now we are very strong. I'll go ahead and put the Spirit of Lightning, which I have on 6, so on Max. There we go, he's buffed up. I think I can also do Strengthen and... yeah, give him some extra strength, some scale skin, a little extra armor. Let's see, scale skin requires snake scales. Oh, that's right, I knew that. I played a shaman for quite a while. I should have remembered that. Okay, we'll keep it on here. If we get some snake scales, then we'll use it. If not, we'll just end up dropping it off. It's no big deal. Should be able to give myself some strengthen. There we go. And I've still got skin like diamond from earlier. The drive-by buffing that I got. And we're going to head back out. I don't think we need to clean out inventory. Let's look. Nope, inventory's good to go. So we are going to make our way to the hand out in the middle of Innothule Swamp. And we are going to pick up the damage over time spell, Sicken. And as usual, I try to go the wrong way there. I think every time I turn right instead of left. There's Utok, so you know we're on our way out the door. And off we go. Alright, so I don't remember exactly where that hand is. I could go back and figure it out, but maybe it's that little mark on the map there. I'm not sure. Or that might be where the Shadowed Men are. I don't want to mess with the Shadowed Men. Oh, one thing to note, they did do an update, so now your pets come through zoning with you. So before, we had to resummon Max every time we zoned anywhere. But with the latest update, Max just comes right through the zone with us. Which is pretty cool. Which means he maintains his buffs, maintains any items we give him, without having be resummoned, rebuffed, anything like that. We'll kind of run up the center. I could kill these snakes for some snake scales, but it's probably not worth the effort to put in for a couple of AC at this level. We'll run up the middle of the swamp here and see if I can find that hand with that vendor up on top of it. Well, I know here, I was camping out here at this little, if you look at the map, little mini map here. Here at this little peninsula is kind of where I ended up hanging out for quite a while from, 10 to 12 and pulling back to there. There's an island right next to it that has that hand on it. So I guess I do kind of know where it is. And it is not that one, this one up here. So this one up here is something different. The little dot on the map there. I know the dot up in the right-hand corner is the Undead Tower. I think I probably already said that. I'm not even really looking for alligators. Any other time I'm out here, I've been scanning for levels and levels looking for alligators. I don't think that is implemented, and I didn't see anything in the patch notes that would change that. I think we have one quest missing. What's interesting is that alligator tooth can drop from the alligators also in Lake Rathtier for whatever reason. And I'm wondering if it's actually implemented on those alligators, which are, you know, likely, I'm actually not certain, but it looks like they would be much higher level than this. So maybe someday, towards the end of this whole experiment, we'll run out there and see if we can get them. Also keep an eye on the patch notes. It's something that if I did put in a bug report for it, so if they're, you know, it's probably low priority overall to fix, but if they get it fixed, then we'll still pick it up just for completeness sake. Having said that, though, I do have news on the pants front. So I didn't give up on pants entirely, contrary to what maybe the words at the beginning of this video might have implied, depending on if I kept the poem that I wrote for the beginning or if I change it to something else. But may have talked about giving up on pants altogether and deciding to just be a pantsless guy. But what I did instead was I went ahead and I found on a vendor, one of the crafting vendors, I found some pants. So we're looking at these large leather leggings. I move this out a little bit. So they are just AC5. These are our consolation prize for our Dark Ones pants, because the Dark Ones pants are also AC5, but they also have 2 agility. So I'm missing out on 2 agility, but I still get some pants. What I find fun is they still don't do anything for our plumber situation going on right here. So it's really funny that these leather pants still like to show some of that crack. All right, here we are. The little peninsula's over here, which means one of these islands right here has that hand statue with that guy on it. Probably this one ahead of me. Nope, going the wrong way. It's not going to be that one ahead of me. Alright, if that where I was camped out, I would look straight out at this island. Let's see if this is the one. Yeah, because I was all around this area. This is where I would get flooded by the Kobold Hunters. Yeah, there's the hand. So all the Kobold Hunters running across here. Now they're going to all be green, so they'll leave me alone. So I can go up here and use the vendor. Oh, there's that music spot. Yeah, it's so funny. The way it just cuts off, it doesn't like finish the cycle of that one song is still funny to me. I know I've brought it up like 3 times. I find it interesting. Okay, so it says this guy sells Sicken, and he does. I'm double check, make sure. Sicken, Beast 15. We're going to grab that. It's not a huge damage over time, but I think as we get towards the playstyle of sending in the pet and then me sitting back, I'll definitely want that ability to just put some damage over time or do something. And for now, I'll still be stepping in. I think that won't change, but I will memorize this real quick and be right back. Okay, so I attempted to memorize the spell, and I got attacked because I was sitting by a Kobold Hunter. And then Max killed him and ran off. So what we're going to do, we'll take the spell with us. We'll make our way over to the Guk entrance. We're getting a little bit of a spot where there's not so many kobolds and everything just pathing by. And we'll memorize it over there and get set up. No problem. There's that music just cutting off again. I did a little bit of research on things I might want to get out. Well, first I looked to see if there were any other quests in Grobb that I would want to pursue beyond kind of the newbie quests we were doing or the Beastlord quests. And there is nothing that I see that we would want to get after at this point. So there's nothing there for us. So what I did is pulled up the drops that are in Upper Guck and looked at what was available and what we might want to chase and what level the bosses are, things like that. So there's a few things we're going to want to chase. And there's a few things that will come into, I think will come into possibility here before too long. One of those being the Froglock Gaz Squire, which drops the Collar of Undead protection, which we use for us as a neck item. I think he's only level 17, so we're not too far from that. And then it kind of staggers up from there. So we got the Froglock the Froglock Scryer at level 21, the Realist at 22, dropping bracers and rings. So we're going to work our way up. Over where we're going to be fighting the spider. I think we're going to end up camping the spiders. Now, if I find some Froglocks that are a better camp or something I can keep up with that are appropriate level, then sure, no problem. I will do that too. But where I think we're going to end up is in the spiders, because as a Beastlord, we don't get aggro from animals, which much like the crocodiles, I'm going to put that right into my spells instead of in my spellbook. As a Beastlord, we don't get aggro from animals, so we should be able to minimize the danger we are in with spiders, especially if we end up with runners. All right, I can let that memorize, get that in my spellbook, and I will be right back. All right, we got Sicken memorized. I actually replaced Scale Skin since we don't have any snake scales to use it for anyway, and put it in there. Switch my keys around a little bit again. I actually put Sicken on 3, and then I put my pet heal on 4, and then move my self heal down. That's gonna... I'll probably screw that up at least once. We will see what happens. All right, we've got Max. I don't know how to tell if Max has the lightning buff on him. Let me see if there's a duration on that buff. Let's look up Spirit of Lightning. It says duration 40 minutes. I think there's a way to show... Okay, I couldn't remember, so I asked, you can do /pet health. I asked it here in general and got an answer, and he'll report out I have 100% of my hit points left, I have Spirit of Lightning, and I have Strengthen. So this is how we can tell if he has this buff. Doesn't tell us the duration on it, but at least we can check every once in a while. I'm actually just going to make a hotkey, macro key for that. And we'll put it right down here. That way I can just hit that every once in a while and we can see what's going on with Max. All right, with that, we've got Max, we've got Greench, we are exploring. We have these Froglocks here. I've leveled past them. We're going to kind of go in the way that I've been going in through here. I showed this in the last video, but what I've been doing is killing this Swamp Water Crocodile, which is now light blue. And then this one up here, which is also light blue. And then depending on how they spawned or how far I was ahead, there are a couple more around the corner up here. This way. These two guys, who are probably both... Well, this one's actually solidly blue. So, if nothing else, we could actually just keep killing those for another level. And since they seem to still be in experience range. But what I saw is there are spiders back here. So someone's obviously already killing them. There are 2 spiders in this room. I'm going to have to go into first person here because this gets short. There's 2 spiders in this room. There's 2 spiders in this, or 3 spiders in this room. And these are ranging, you know, blue to yellow at this point. If I go off the other way, short ceilings making Green Shaft a duck. Yeah, we've got this Necromancer in here. Yeah, these are blue. And then up this way, you have more. So these are going to be a good camp eventually. However, I'm looking at them, and I think to actually split them up might be difficult right now. Although Max is pretty strong. So if it was 2 blues, I would say maybe we could split up or 2 light blues. So what we're probably going to do for the moment is keep camping the Swamp Water Crocodiles and just do as many as we can. Let's explore a little bit. So Back with those spiders in that area is where that, what's his name? The giant heart spider, I believe, is back in that area. I think if I zoom in my map here, I put labels. The giant heart spider's back here, and that's where we were in these spider caves. The giant heart spider's in here. And then the Froglock Scryer is further back in there, who's like level 21 or something like that. So we don't want any of that action yet. So what we're probably going to do, put the map back to how it was. Let's get rid of labels. What did I do? Oh, I opened the chat window. Okay. Go back to no labels. What I think we want to do is just explore around a little bit. So we have these crocodiles here, but then beyond them, this way, I think we run into more froglocks. Oh, we got a guy in here. And these guys are blue. And what's this way? Okay, this way are those spiders. And then this way is froglocks leading toward the scryer. These are blue. Okay, so I think those are going to be tough fights for us right off. So I think instead what we're going to do is continue on camping out the swamp water crocodiles for the moment. It's not going to be very exciting, but what's going to be interesting to see is how much stronger Max feels with the upgrade, with the Spirit of Lightning on him, and that. It should go a lot, the kills should be a lot faster. So let's give this a try. I don't think there's any reason to wait. Let's do check pet health. We've got those. I'm going to head on in here. I'm just going to see if I just step back. Oh my goodness, we're murdering him. I was going to step back and be ready for a longer fight. We'll let Max finish that off. Okay. That did 0 damage to us. That's insane. They weren't hard before, but they were definitely doing some damage to where I had to kind of keep up with 2 spawns of light blues because they would just do enough damage that it would slowly work me down. And now, I'm going to see if I can cast this second. But now we just killed that one with like no damage done to us at all. It's fizzling. Gotta work on it. Yeah, if nothing else, I'll keep casting Sicken just so I can work on the spell skills. Okay, so I think we'll easily be able to break these 2 that are over here. I had some trouble with this before if they weren't both light blue, but I think we could pretty much murder this blue, or the light blue, and then get into the blue afterwards. I'm going to have Max attack first. There we go. I'll step back. Let Max tank. I will put Sicken out there on these guys, if I can ever get it to cast. Fizzle. My mana. Mana's gone. Okay. Yeah, Max is making short work of him. Then I will sit and meditate. I don't know how much help he'll need on the dark blue. Maybe nothing. Like I said, we just hit an inflection point of being much stronger. What is his spell? Insufficient mana. Okay, so I'll have to learn how much mana the pet heal requires. I can get in and help him with this one. Get in there with my claw. No reason to sit out at this point. We're just kind of testing things out. I have the new pet, new buffs, all these things. See, we're going to get real close to those froglocks. This might be dangerous. Alright, they didn't aggro. Yeah, if I had run in there, they would have aggroed, but Max just fighting them didn't aggro. Alright, so those all together did 4% of the level, so that's not going to be the fastest way to do things, but right now with these spiders camped already, with it being a 3 spawn up there on the frog locks, I don't know that we're in a position to break much more than that. So what I'm going to do is get my mana back up. I think what we'll try to do, depending on the spawns of these crocodiles, is we will try to get over there into the frog locks a little bit. If I can break that 3 spawn, then I can kind of keep it broken, and those guys will drop money and stuff. So it'd be better for us to kill humanoid frog locks rather than just these gators or crocodiles. We'll wait here for the respawn. This was the first one we killed out of the bunch. I'll jump back in when it respawns, unless something exciting happens in between. Right, we're back to full mana, and that Swampwater Croc has respawned, but I see there's a spider over here. Okay, there are 2. So I thought I saw a single spider, and I was like, if nobody's fighting those spiders anymore, I kind of want to give them a go. What I think we'll do here is we will go ahead and we'll fight the crocodiles, because we know those are a good fight, good experience, and we can handle them. And then maybe pull those spiders back into this area to give them a go. I did see my buff faded. I wonder if Spirit of Lightning's still out there, but let's give ourselves both strengthen. You know, strength for me and strength for Max. You know, I wonder if it's worth Inner Fire. I wonder if it's worth putting Inner Fire on both of us also as a separate buff. So I'm still playing a lot of the hero's journey. Playing the character that started out as monk only. Now he's a monk. I added paladin. So he's a paladin, monk, bard, kind of going for like a samurai theme. But in there, if you pop up the spell description from your spellbook, it actually gives you all the text down here about what the spell does, which I think is a pretty helpful thing to have in game. That would be a neat thing to see Project Quarm pick up. I don't know how difficult that is to do. I think they're using a different base version of the game, not the Alcabor project, so probably a different setup. So I'm going to look up what Inner Fire does real quick so I remember. So it's increased AC, increased max hit points, and it also heals when you cast it. So I'll go ahead and put it on both Max and I. I'm not sure if it will take on Max with his other buffs, but we'll find out. And if I check him, he says he has all of them. Okay, awesome. So get in there, Max. Start doing your magic. I'll just get in there on this one, too. Alright, so we see... I hear Max's thing going off. Dashes. Flashes. Consumed by lightning. There it is. Hit for 62 points of non-melee damage. So that lightning is amazing. That's just such a huge step up in damage for what we've been able to do up until this point. That's impressive. Oh, this one's even con. So yeah, these are still good. I mean, I've been camping these for 3 levels now, and they're still a worthwhile battle. That's pretty cool. I am going to keep trying to cast Sicken. Even though I'll get some fizzles, I want to try to get some skill up. Although I don't think it ticks for much. We'll watch here. There you go, he took 2 damage. 2 whole damage, but you know, it's ticking away. It's ticking away. Let's let Max handle this. I should move this over. So I did figure out how to move my kick over from here to combat window before. Under filters, it was under zeal. And here I can move different other pet damage and my specials. So my melee special is the kick. Here I need to move my damage over time, which should be spells. Find others. Nope, it must be Zeal then. Let's say bit damage. I have all the melee things going to this window. I have all the spell things except worn off. I like to catch that over here when buffs wear off. Under Zeal, I don't see a like damage over time ticks. Okay, well we'll work on that later. Not gonna eat up time here trying to figure it out, but slowly adjusting the UI. All right, so we'll go grab these two crocodiles. Are actually kind of a pain to fight because they're down in the deep water, but it will be okay. Let's do it anyway. So I want to stay in here and at least help kill the first one, and then maybe I can step out and let Max work on the second one. Let's see if I can get sickened on him. Maybe I can get sickened on the other one. Nope, out of mana. So these were two blues, and it looks like we're going to take it with no problem. I could even step out and probably let Max tank the rest of it. So I think splitting those two spiders is going to be easy for us as well. I don't think we'll have a problem with that. Now, I used up a lot of mana before we even got into these fights doing buffs. So I'm very low right now, plus all the sicken fizzles, but that will get better over time. So then here, what I want to try, and I'm going to get some mana, and I'm going to get my health back up first, but what I want to try is pulling those two spiders back into this area. That way, if they start to run at the end, they have some distance before they get to the other spiders, because the spiders will add. And if needed, I can still make a run out of here back to the entrance. This is going to be new, haven't done it before. So it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. We're already 14% into the level, so this is going to be a decent camp, doing the 4 crocodiles, and then additionally, if we can get a couple spiders in there, that's pretty good. Might do that all the way to 16 or so, and then start looking at those frog locks around the corner. We'll play it by ear. If we can't take down the spiders, then definitely I'll switch over and try to split up those frog locks and go that way too. This is how it's going to be. We're going to slowly creep our way into Upper Guck, pushing our way through, and we'll get that heart spider and try to get the carapace. I think that would be an upgrade for us overall. Let's take a look. So I have the Dark One's leather right now. Wrong button. Which is 11 AC and 3 strength. What is the Titan Shell armor is what that guy drops. Let's take a look at what that does. The Titan Shell armor is 17 AC and 10 poison resist, so quite a jump in AC. I lose that 3 strength, but I think that's going to be okay, because as we go on anyway, I'm going to be doing less of the frontline fighting and relying more on Max. I think that's going to be alright. A little more AC to protect me when I am in there. So that's probably the first, camp we're going to sit at and try to take down. And it looks like that spider is 18. So, once we can break that camp in that area, we'll make our way over there. So looking at the map, yeah, it's right here where this little, they make the map bigger. Where this little plus sign is, that is the giant heart spider. So just ahead of us. It is in this room here. Yeah, these guys, blue to yellow, so that's still a little tough for us. Now what I'm hoping is that if we pull these two, those don't add. If those add, then we will immediately be making our way out of this area as fast as we can. All right, Croc's back up. I'm going to try doing a few of these kills with just Max killing him while I just keep getting mana back. Especially the green one. That's going to be super easy. And I'm not super worried about looting all of those. It's just more crocodile meat. So we'll make our way around to the 3 spawn points and let Max do some fighting. And I did redo the strength inner fire buff, but I don't know about the spirit of lightning buff that's at 40 minutes, so we'll have to... I'll just keep checking after each fight if he has it. My mana regen feels so slow. There he is. Had to wait a little while for him. But we did get some mana in that time. Knock this guy down. Go knock down the 2 spawn. Hopefully they're easy enough for Max to take on his own. That way Greench can keep meditating. He's so meditative. Look at him. Not a thought in the world. Just emptying his mind. Make our way around. Go and loot this one. Grab these 2. Always try to turn left there, and it's a little bit of a right turn. I don't think that's... Oh, I am meditating. Meditating and swimming at the same time. Awesome. Now, likely we'll be able to split these here because we killed them, you know, one at a time, and we're right here waiting on the spawn. So we'll try to pull one back. Although Max is going to want to run right in there and get after it. Maybe I'll leave Max back here a little bit. Come here, Max. Let's fight towards this way. I will just tell him to guard this spot, and I'll head in there. As soon as he sees me in combat, he's going to want to get in on it, but... Oh, the other one spawned as I hit the first one, so... And stunned, making my way back to Max. Alright, we got Max on one. I'll get on that guy too. The other one's a light blue, so it'll be even easier. Oh, Max lost his Spirit of Lightning. Let me see. See if I can step out and see if he'll stay on Max. Oh, good, he did. We can get that Spirit of Lightning back on there. That's going to make a huge difference in this fight. That's 62 damage he can do. Ooh, it's costly, though, for mana. It's going to become a lot of mana balancing here. I mean, depending on the pace of this, we might not even need to pull the spiders. I just kind of want to experiment, but now I'm going to have to get mana back up in health, so it seems like I won't have the opportunity. So we'll keep doing these 4 spawns for a while and see where it takes us, and if we get the opportunity to pull the spiders, or if something crazy happens, I'll check back in. But for now, I'm going to stay on the grind of these spiders here, or these, I'm sorry, these crocodiles here. And keep that going. If I get ahead of him far enough, I'll try to pull those spiders. I'll dip back in there and make some comments. For now, this is the camp. Alright, so we made 16, and I think what we want to do soon is give these spiders a try, now that we're just a little bit stronger. I think, if I remember right, those spiders are going to put a pretty rough poison on us. I can't remember how strong it is, but I think if I made I think I made the smart move here to get Cure Poison. I almost passed on it earlier in the video, but I just decided to get it because it was pretty cheap overall. Inexpensive. So I'm going to throw Cure Poison on here and have that ready. What I'm going to do first, though, is do another round of the crocodiles and kill all of them, because you can see this guy's still dark blue, so that means they're still good experience. So I'll do another round. However, I am running into some that are green that are either giving very, very little experience or no. It seems like no experience at all. So we're going to have to move on from the crocodiles here soon. So I'm really hoping that this 2 pool in here, that I'm able to split it up, break it up, and then kind of camp that 2 pool for a little while. There's a room to the left further past them. We can look at it once, there we go, Cure Poison. Memorize. These guys won't be aggro because I'm a Beastlord, so they are animals, so they won't aggro. So these are 2 dark blues, so that's going to be a pretty rough fight for us to break, but I think it's doable. My pet's still very strong at this point because he's still very new. So that'll be good. And then back here, there's a 3 pool, and they're all dark blue as well. And that comes around, and I think this is a 2 spider room back here. A light blue and a dark blue. So actually this room back here would be decent for us to camp. Now when they run, I believe they're going to come back here towards these frog locks, but we had the same problem with the water over here where the crocodiles are, and we weren't aggroing the frog locks as long as I just let Max chase them down. So there's this 3 pool room we may want to try to avoid for now, but what we might be able to do is bounce between this 2 pool room and that other 2 pool room, depends on how far they run. And with the goal eventually being to get into this 3 pool room here and clear it, because this one that is yellow here in front of me is where the named heart spider spawns. What do they call that guy? The giant heart spider spawns here. This is a placeholder, and that can drop that chest piece, and that's what we're after next as our next upgrade. So all our grinding right now is towards getting strong enough to be able to clear this room repeatedly and take down the greater heart spider. Oh, that one is aggro, I guess. Okay, we have one that likes to aggro. Let's see if they all come with him. Alright, so the placeholder heart spider is not a fan of us, apparently. Well, that's interesting. So that means I could actually clear this placeholder. Maybe I clear these 2 plus the placeholder. Seems like if I just kind of body aggro them, the other ones don't join in. So he must be a different version than the other ones. We'll see here if they join in when Max chases him in there. I didn't even intend to pull that, but here we go. I'm glad I was recording. Okay, so we do have that poison. It's a 1-minute poison. Yikes. Doesn't tell me what damage it does, but it's ticking down on us. But we can just clear it. Let's see if Max has it. I think he'll tell me. Yeah, he has poison on him as well. And we can clear that. And it's relatively cheap to clear poison, so no problem. Let's see if I can loot this guy without aggroing the other one. Okay, we got some webs, some legs. Better stuff to sell than the what the crocodiles have been offering us with just meat and more meat. Okay, well that did hurt us pretty good. I didn't expect to fight a yellow spider there. I'm gonna throw a heal on Max and a couple heals on myself. All right, and I'm just gonna sit. I'm going to heal up here a little bit, and then I'm going to do a round of the crocodiles, so I'll catch back up with you here in a second. All right, here we go. We are back into it. I didn't let myself heal up all the way, but I threw us some buffs. Got our strength and inner fire going on both Max and I. And he's still got his Spirit of Lightning here. So he's going to solo this guy while I continue to rest up. I have to look what level do I get Meditate on a Beastlord. Okay, so we're going to continue on around, and we are going to clear out these crocodile spawns. Mostly I'm just going to have Max fight them while I completely heal up. I may jump in if needed, or to help speed it up if I get to full health. For now, we'll let Max handle it. And then once we clear the crocodiles, we will set up and we will try that double blue pool of the spiders for the first time and see how that goes for us. And then our goal will be to... I want to try to kill them a little... Space them out a little bit so that we're not always fighting two of them if I can help it. It might be more difficult than it seems because over time, when you're grinding, your timers get all wonky anyway. Oh, these are both green. All right, we're not going to bother with that. We'll just leave those guys alone, and we'll think about these spiders. I'm more interested in seeing what we can do over here. I think it probably makes sense to try to pull them back into this area behind me where I was fighting the crocodile, because otherwise, if I fight them here, they're likely to run, and we know there are spiders in both directions. I don't know how social they are, if they'll jump in. Now, they didn't jump in with that placeholder from the giant heart spider's placeholder, but that doesn't mean they won't. You know, the ones over to the side won't add for the regular spiders. Kind of like what the crocodiles do. Like, they don't jump in necessarily, but if a crocodile in combat runs past them, then they definitely get in there. I likely don't have the patience to actually let my mana get all the way full in order to give this a go, so I am going to wait for my health to max out. And wherever we're at that point, we'll jump in and fight these spiders. Alright, here we are. Full health. We're at 79% mana. We'll just double check. Max still has his Spirit of Lightning. We're going to give it a go. I'm going to have Max stay back here. We're just going to try to pull him over this way a little bit. At least to start. And I will put him on guard duty here. And I will try to pull with a cast. Although this may burn all my mana. Wow. Almost all my mana. So we're going in with very low mana. Let's see what happens. Alright, Max, get in there. So for this, I'm going to want to stay in as long as I can. Just accelerate getting one of them down. I think Max and I might be on different ones. Let's see. Yeah, I'll jump over the one Max is on. He's doing a hell of a lot more damage with that Spirit of Lightning proccing. Very nice. Alright, so now I'll step out and let Max handle it. I will take a seat and start to heal up and obviously get some mana back. Well, that went extremely well. I thought it might be a little tougher. Oh, I should cure my own poison here. That only cures. Does it take multiple tries to cure it? The cure poison does one poison counter. I'm not an expert on this, but does one poison counter, and it must take multiple poison counters to clear that. Alright, that went awesome. So I know these spiders can range up to, I think, equal level to me right now, which is, those are probably going to be a little bit harder. Oh. A large heart spider, is that what it is? Or is it the giant heart spider? I know I just said it, and then over here on the side, yeah, it's giant heart spider. So that one's likely aggro, right? Oh, it says indifferently. But when I went near it last time, it decided it wanted to fight me. So we will, for now, rest up and wait for a respawn of these two. And we'll kind of keep that flowing for a little while and see how we do. Probably, if that works well, I'll probably use this crocodile spawn here, the one in the hallway, if they're not completely green, along with these two spiders, and just start branching in this direction for my grinding to get leveled up here, which will be good. So we're going to rest up, and then we're going to give that a shot, see what the respawn looks like. If we want to get, as soon as one respawns, we want to be able to fight it. So that's the goal. It should be totally doable. Just keep the buffs on Green or on Max. Keep myself healthy and keep some mana. I definitely need more mana than this. Took a little chance there starting that fight. These guys seem like they might be even a little easier than the crocodiles, which is really nice. These crocodiles have been great for a few levels, but we need to start moving towards the next thing. So I'll get in there, get those. If that goes really well, I may try to bounce between the 2 spider rooms, or I may try to take on that 3 spawn of spiders. Yeah, see, this guy's blue, so that's going to be, or dark blue, so that's going to be good. As long as we're getting dark blue spawns here, we'll keep that going. I'm just going to let Max get after him. Give him a stab here. There you go. I kicked him. And my kick is up to doing 10 points of damage now, which is awesome. That's really cool. Alright, we're going to do a little bit of a... maybe a grind montage here, or at least skip forward a little bit. I'll chime in if anything exciting happens during any of that. But for now, we are off to make some experience and pushing our way up, shooting for level 17. So here we are into round 2 with the heart spiders. This one came up light blue, so I just sent Greench. I sent Max on in there to take care of him. I'm reading my name right across the middle of the screen here, but I sent Max on to take care of him. These seem to have a lot less health than the crocodiles, and my guess is because they poison, because they have an extra ability in there, kind of for balancing reasons, these might be a little lower health to kind of balance them out for their level, and that actually works out really great for us. The poison is turning out to not be as much of an issue as I thought it would, although it would be bad if we got to low health and then we're trying to run away or something like that. It would definitely be something that would tick us down on the way to the exit and end up killing us. But right now it's not bad at all. And it seems to be no big deal on Max completely. So we can pretty much ignore that and continue on. Now, as we cycle through here, if I can get my mana up high enough, and I'm feeling a little, for lack of a better term, froggy about it, I may go around the corner and try that 3 spawn room. And if we can burn through the 3, and then we can just take over these 2 rooms, and don't have to worry about the crocodiles at all. Yeah, this one's light blue also. So if I had known that the health on these was as low as it is, and Max was going to be able to do such a good job tanking them, I definitely would have dipped into here sooner. Based on the relative strength of the crocodiles and how long they would last, how much health they seem to have. It might be a little bit of illusion, because Max now has that Spirit of Lightning that's blasting these things, but which has run out, by the way. Let's get that back on him. But based on the strength of the crocodiles, I didn't really want to come in and start fighting these higher level spiders, but turns out they're not bad at all. Here's the test. I want to see if he can kill him before we get the whole next room. Or if I suddenly see his health really going down. We got experience. Okay, so he's still fighting. So likely he has just one in the next room. Okay. I know these are definitely social, but maybe a very short social range here, because those guys are right there. They're not joining in. Let's see what happens if this one starts running. I've got a couple of max heals in me if needed, so make sure I did get the Spirit of Lightning on him. I did. Okay, well, I feel like with that, we've got to take the chance to clear this room as well. So what do we have? A blue and a blue. I'm low mana, but we did this before, so let's get Max in there. Oh, that's right. I have him on guard duty back there, so he's running way back. I'm gonna try to get in on this one on the side here and just I'll push one down. Step back, throw Max a heal. Which one is he on? He's on this one. Oh, this is going to be excellent. So if we can rotate these 5 spiders, we're going to be in awesome shape. Yeah, he's hurting, but this guy should be going down any moment. There we go. Yeah, I'll need to recover some mana and I'll need to heal up a little bit, but this is totally doable. And ideally, if we can keep them a little bit spaced out, that would be awesome. So now there's a good distance of run to the next room, which is just 2. So if we start to feel strong enough or fast enough, we could even get into this next room of 2. And then just kind of run this little area right here. Which seems like it'd be an awesome experience. We're already 26% in. We've only pulled this a couple times. And we will head back. We'll start out in this hallway out here, and this will be the plan. Go ahead and kill that light blue out crocodile while we're here. Yeah, this should be pretty awesome. This should be a fast road to 17, maybe even 18. And we'll start looking at trying to challenge that giant heart spider and grab our new chess piece. All right, here I am still in Upper Guck. I had a couple days off there. I was got caught in the wormhole of modded Minecraft. I don't know if anybody else out there is a modded Minecraft player. I have not touched a Minecraft server in years, but I had this thought the other night, or had this inkling, or whatever you want to call it, desire the other night to play some Minecraft, and I have never played Skyblock, any type of Skyblock server. And all the time I've done modded Minecraft, and I've done huge, kitchen sink packs put months and months into it, hundreds of hours. I have never actually played any Skyblock pack. So went off on a bit of a bender on playing some Skyblock packs, and I've been doing that for a few days. But I'm getting back to Greench now. We are sitting at just below level 18. I did do some off-camera grinding. Unfortunately, in that off-camera grinding, I also had we were given a nice gift. So a cleric named Rabbi came through Upper Guck here. I think I just said Lower Guck before, but Upper Guck here. And he gave us some buffs that are just now fading. And also gave me a dagger, which is pretty awesome. So he gave me the Polished Steel Dirk, which I'll pop up here. If I can remember which button does it. Okay, actually I had a keyboard issue, so that is fixed. But if I pop it up here, we can see that it is 8 damage, 23 delay. It's not, doesn't have any stats on it or anything, but this is amazing. 823, we were main handing a spear. Just a regular old spear, and that's 629. So more damage, it's faster. I haven't really had a chance to try it out. I kind of got it towards the end of that last session. So I moved keeping the claw in my offhand. I threw that dagger in my main hand, and it looks hilarious on Greench here. If I can get an angle on it there. It's just a little tiny point sticking out of his fist. And I got the backwards claw going on the other hand. So we are looking good over here with our weapons. Let me get Max buffed up here and myself buffed up. I'll just redo all buffs, and then we will finish out level 18. Now the nice thing about 18 is it's going to put us on par with the placeholders at least, and the giant heart spider itself. So we will move over. We're kind of in this room where there's the 2 with the 3 around the corner, and we've been kind of either just killing these 2 or killing these 5, or even, you know, whatever we can get our hands on for the last couple of levels. But what I want to get to is just camping that room, clear that room, and then camp in there for the giant heart spider and start actually making the grind to get that new chest piece. My thought is, well, first of all, I'm going to get in here and see what kind of damage I'm doing with this dagger. Sure, I'm kicking. I think my piercing is low. Yeah, it's 66. It's coming up, but we'll get it up there. Let's see, I pierced for 14 there, so it's good. And you can see I'm hitting very quickly here, so I'm actually doing a really good job on this spider just solo because Max's turn fighting the other spider. I'll actually swap and help Max finish off this guy. That's the goal. A few more kills here. We'll hit 18. We've went back earlier in the video. We went back and picked up all those new skills. So we have things like meditate now, which will make things much easier. If you didn't catch that earlier in the video, Beastlords get meditate at level 12, and I picked it up at level 17. So there you go. But now Greench has got that. It's got dodge, so a little stronger. Max is, we're leveling out of Max a little bit here, and I don't think we get a new one here for a little while. 22, I believe, is my next warder upgrade. But he's still doing the job. He's still getting it done. Oh, I think I lost game sounds. Okay, got that sorted out. Apparently my computer came up today wanting to have all kinds of little issues, so... Got the keyboard sorted out. We got the sound issue sorted out. We're going to just... Oh, we did make... we leveled off of that too. Of course, I had the game sounds off, so we missed the level sound. I will put it in here in my post-editing. There we go. Level 18. That run clear of the room brought us up to level 18. We're looking pretty good now. I think we're going to heal up a little bit. We'll try to clear this. We'll clear this room. Actually, we don't need to clear that room. Let's just go past it. So there's these 2 in this room, and then this in here is, again, the room we want to clear. And now they're blue, light blue, and there's another one around the corner. So what I'm going to do is just kind of head out here. I'm going to heal up fully, and then I'm going to clear this room of these 2, so they're just not adding in the middle of a fight or something, and then I will just start clearing the placeholder for the giant heart spider. We'll give it a couple of attempts of spawns, and then that's probably where we'll wrap up this video. And next video we'll be looking at really sitting in, camping in the heart spider. I probably will do some fast forwarding and just show some highlights, because sitting and killing the same thing over and over again does not make for exciting video. And then once we're done there, at 19 we do get a couple of spells. We can shrink our pet and shrink Max and a couple other things, or at least one other thing. And then we can we'll pick those up at 19. And when we come back in here at 19, we'll keep camping the heart spider. If we haven't already gotten the chest piece, if we have, we'll start working our way towards the frog lock. Was it the scryer? I know earlier I was saying this 5 minutes ago in this video, or 10 minutes ago in this video, but it's been a couple days since I looked. So yeah, the frog lock scryer. So we'll head up that way and after the heart spider, and then we'll start looking at what's next. I know once we get to 30, I think it's 30, we're gonna want to hit the ancient croc, but that is a long way off. And we don't have to worry about that today. I'm just going to hit myself with a bunch of minor healing. Oops, nope, I'm targeting Max. It doesn't take very long with the troll regen anyway to just sit and heal back up, but I can at least even out my mana and my health a little bit, and then I can get some meditate skill. You can see it meditates going up here. I'll let it keep working its way up. All right, we're probably good enough to take these two in this room here. Max, you're in the way. Come on, buddy. All right, let's get them. These guys. We got a light blue and a dark blue. We'll go after light blue first. Max, handle it. Need to get myself some shrink potions or or something for inside this little short part right here. Really scrunches him down. Throw a couple of heals and then we'll dip in there and help out. Put that new dagger to use and get that piercing skill. There we go. 69, nice. Max can finish that. He's working through some poison right now, so we'll throw a couple heals on him. And then if I remember right, so these guys are indifferent, but I think the placeholder is always, yeah, ready to attack. So I can actually body pull, like we did earlier in the video, I can body pull the placeholder. So that'll kill one, and then I can actually kill the other two, and then we'll kind of back out again, and we'll just keep repeating this until I feel maybe safe enough to sit in that room. Right now, I'm not sure that... I don't know how hard the giant heart spider is going to be for us, so I don't want to get in there and find out it's super impossible, and I'm already sitting in the room fighting him. So we will do it in a controlled manner. There we go. We're going to body pull this one. Wait, actually, I need Max to stay back though, because I don't want all the other ones to aggro yet. So we'll set up Max to guard back here, right in my way, of course. I'll step in until this guy aggroes. There he goes. Max comes out a little bit, and we're good to go. Going into first person here. Always too small. Or I can spin the camera around maybe. There we go. Stunned. Alright. I will get this poison off myself here. Take a little rest, let Max do the hard work. The Beastlord way. So the last time I was kind of talking about modded Minecraft, so I'll chat about it here for a minute while I'm fighting. Last time I really played on a modded Minecraft server, a large modded Minecraft server with some friends and everything else. It was it was Minecraft version 1.12. I believe they're on 1.21 now, and a lot has changed. I haven't even absorbed all the changes yet. So I know like 1.6, 1.7, 1.12, those are all big breakpoints where people made a ton of really good mods and mod packs. I'm not sure since then what has gone around as far as good mod packs. I'm sure people like Direwolf 20 and such are still out there doing their thing after all these years. If you wanna listen to Direwolf 20, some people don't like his videos or how he sounds, but I've always got a kick out of the guy. So I'm kind of catching up on what's been going on in Minecraft. So I actually threw together an Enigmatica 2 Master Skyblock pack. I grabbed that, and it's a 1.12 pack. So it's stuff that I knew, more or less, at least as a reintroduction. Now, what I saw is there's a Enigmatica, or no, not Enigmatica, it's a Sky Factory 5 just came out, which is a pack, a Skyblock pack, but it's the world starts in black and white, and then you as you unlock things, you add color to the world, and you slowly the whole world becomes vibrant and colorful. And I installed it just to see, and I think it's a 1.16 or 1.21 pack, so it's more recent. So I think that's, now that I'm a little familiar again with Minecraft, I hadn't played in a while, I think I'm going to jump into doing some of that. So I might even record it. It might be funny. I at one point accidentally burned down part of my skyblock base with lava just in my current run, and I was in panic mode, and my girlfriend thought that would have actually made really good video. So we'll see. Got a lot of projects pending, trying to get some of the other videos out. I have a lot of work in progress as summertime is coming, or starting, not quite summer yet, but springtime. It's been more busy around here, so it's been hard to get time to work on these things. But there is a lot of stuff in the hopper, and should see more coming soon. I've got this Greench video here, and then I'm going to be working on the next choosing an alt video, which is an elimination video between Darren Drill, the cleric, and Xeris, the enchanter. So that will be coming out this week as well. I recorded a bunch of the hero's journey stuff, but haven't decided yet what I want to do with that. So I'll kind of figure that out. Then I've got something new coming as well, which is we're going to do a game night. Game night with my friend Labius. Probably playing V Rising. I don't know if any of you have played V Rising, but I hear it's pretty good. I know it's been out for a while. It's just not something that I had ever played. So we're going to do a co-op game of that. We're going to record the video and the audio. We'll get on Discord, and we'll see how it goes. If that one goes well, then I'll probably do more of that kind of game night co-op stuff with some different friends. I know I talked to Wreck-It Rogue about doing a co-op video or small series, something like that. We haven't really hammered out any ideas. I did mention the game nights thing to them, and they'll just be kind of one-off game nights things. If any one of them catches on, we can always, or if we really like it, that's the big thing. If we really enjoy it, we can keep it going as like a mini series. But I'm gonna start with my friend Labius, so playing some V Rising. We'll probably get that done this week. I probably won't have the video out this week. It'll come out next week, but working on it. All right, so we got the placeholder down. I think, just like everything else, I believe these are 10-minute respawns, or did I read that they lowered... I may have read that they lowered all the respawn timers to 6 minutes. So it'd be either 6 minutes or 10 minutes. We'll find out here. I'll probably just fast forward to the respawn, and we'll see what time it is. Once we know the respawn timer, we'll probably wrap up this video and pick it up in the next one. Alright, so already getting room respawns here. It's only been, yeah, must be 6-minute respawns. That pretty much fits, I think, with the timing. So I would guess that about the time we finish this room, we'll see the other room spawning. I'm gonna most of that max take this one. I'm gonna sit it out, try to keep my mana and health up in the event that we get the giant heart spider. And for all I know, the giant heart spider might be really easy to fight, really easy to kill, and I'm overthinking it, but we'll find out. Just cool to be back in a level range where we can be chasing a specific piece of gear. Unlike those pants, we never did get those pants. Nice. Easy peasy. Nice and strong. Oh! Oh, we have the giant heart spider. Okay, okay, okay. Let's cure Max's poison. Casts. Got our buffs are all good. Just need to heal up Max, get that mana back, and we will give this a shot. He is even con. Well, this is fun. I was imagining we would just see the respawn, kill another placeholder, and call it quits, but we might be in for a good time here. Get this little bit of mana up. Max is ready to go. I just want to go in fully ready. Yeah, be ready to cast whatever I need to cast. Step in when I need to step in, all those things. I have no idea how hard this guy hits or how much he's gonna work us over. I think I'll set up back here again, though. I think it's still the smart move in case other stuff spawns. I'll put Max back here again. Just a little bit more mana. Try to pull him. I'll try to back Max. Well, I don't want to spend too much time backing Max up if he's going to take hits the whole way. So, in fact, maybe we'll even put Max back further. There we go. We'll start Max back here. So by the time he runs up, I don't know how to if there's a way to just make him stay completely. I know how to make him guard and stay in that spot, but then he always comes to where I am. So I'm gonna go first person so I can see. All right, we got aggro. We're running him out. Sending in Max. Backing out. All right, Max's Spirit of Lightning still hits really good. Hit him for 62, and then... Did he bite? No, Giant Heart Spider bit for 30. I thought Max bit for 38. Okay, so he's hitting hard. We're going to have to keep up on the hills. Heels. I think I said hills. Maybe step in and do a little damage ourselves. Some damage. Take some hits. Alright, I think we got this in the bag. Nope, not cure poison. I meant to do rejuvenation. And we got him on the run. Nice, our first giant heart spider kill. What do we get? We got the Kite and Shell armor. So this is 17 AC plus 10 save versus poison. We're fighting spiders, so that's pretty good. That's going to be versus our 11 AC, 3 strength. And that AC is going to make a difference. That poison resist is going to make a difference. So that's amazing. I did not expect to get that kill. I was thinking, here we go. We're going to set up, and this is going to be a long camp. I believe that's the lesser chance of his drops is for the breastplate, and here we got it. That's amazing. All right. Super happy. We got the Kite and Shell armor. We're not going to die from poison while I'm not looking at it. So we will... Let me put it in my bag for a second. We'll put it on while we're looking at... There we go. Got all the loot. Let's take a look at Greench here and see if it looks any different. We're already looking good in our Dark One's armor. Open my bags. And open my inventory. Here we go. Let's see how it looks. Oh, it's like chain. Nice. We are in the chainmail. Wait, did it actually... Let me hide the UI. Oh! It actually hides the butt crack. No more wiggle waggle. That's the real armor upgrade. The first upgrade we've had that hides the goods. Well, there we go, guys. I'm gonna continue this camp, I think, to level 19. I might do offline before the next video, and then in the next video, I guess we will be working our way towards these frog locks over back here, who are going to be lower level, but there'll be higher ones as we go in. So we should be able to clear these 3, and then we'll work our way back in towards the Scryer, and that's going to be our next goal. So definitely going to try to push to 19 before we do that. And I know the Giant Heart Spider does have one other drop, but I can't. It was something that wasn't good for Beastlords. I'll look that up later. But hey, let's call it here. This is a great place to stop. We made several levels in this video. We got gifted an awesome dagger. We made some friends along the way. Max is still tough as nails. Killed a lot of spiders, sold some spider silk. Just all around great times here in Upper Guck. And then we cap it off, the cherry on top. We actually get the Giant Heart Spider and get the drop we were looking for. The new Kite and Shell armor. Hey everyone, Sigil here. I hope you're enjoying the continuing adventures of Greench and Max. If you'd like to see more and be notified when the next one comes out, go ahead and give those YouTube buttons a stab, and I'll see you there. Thanks for watching. We shine. Speedruns, glitches, hidden paths untold, Easter eggs and moments worth more than gold. We're the rogues, the mages, and the fearless knights, conquering worlds under neon lights.